Namaste. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sierra. If we've never met, I'm so happy to have you here. Today we're going to be doing a yoga sequence to celebrate the full moon in Virgo. So Virgo is an earth sign, so it has a lot of grounded, practical, kind of foundational energy. And because of that, we're going to work today through a lot of foundational yoga poses, ones that you probably know or have done before, even if you're fairly new to yoga. But with these poses, I really want us to focus on finding a strong center and really root ourselves in the balance and the breath of every posture. This is kind of this Virgo energy that keeps us grounded and makes us focus on practical ways to become better. Right? So as we move through this practice, just be sure that you're listening to your body and doing what feels good for you first. And I think that's it. You don't need any props, besides maybe a yoga mat and some space to move around. And when you're ready, let's all meet together in a comfortable seat. So just take a moment here to ground yourself into the floor. You can sit with your legs crossed or maybe a half lotus pose. Relax your hands down onto your knees, let your elbows loosen up, and just gently close your eyes. We'll start here just by taking a few rounds of breath. Breathing in through your nose, filling up the belly with air, and exhale, letting it go. Just rooting ourselves into our breath here. Big belly breath in. Big exhale. Just take 2 or 3 more breaths here, just like that, just softening. Relaxing your jaw, the edges of your body. Now from your seat, I want you just to begin to engage your core just a little bit. So pull your belly button back towards your spine, maybe lift up out of your hips, sitting up just a little bit taller. And feel that center point in your body. Feel that connection. Feel that strength, that power in your low belly. One more breath here. Just really noticing that space, that center. Looking to sort of cultivate and strengthen this awareness of our center throughout our practice today. You can open your eyes and we'll inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides and up to the sky. As you exhale, bring your palms together, hands to heart center. Let's do that one more time. Big inhale, sweep the arms up, breathe in. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. Again, we're going to sweep up this time. Exhale, bend your elbows, making cactus or goalpost shape here with your arms. You're going to inhale, straighten the arms and look up. Exhale, bend the elbows again. Do this again a few more times here. Inhale, stretch the arms up, lift up, look up. Exhale, bend your elbows. Still engaging the core here. 2 more. Really open up your heart as you exhale. 1 more. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Wonderful. Take the arms out nice and wide, big T shape, palms face forward. We're going to take that same movement, but now front and back, yeah? So exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin, draw your palms and fingertips forward. Inhale, draw everything back and reach your heart forward. Inhale. Exhale again, round the spine. Tuck the chin. Inhale, open up the heart. Keep going here, moving front and back along that center point, that connection with the belly here. We'll do one more. Good. Whenever you're ready, big inhale, sweep the arms up one more time. Exhale, hands to heart. Lovely. Now we've started to warm up the shoulders and the spine just a little bit. You can release the palms and we'll make our way slowly to a tabletop pose here. Taking a few minutes here for a little bit of movement, some cat and cows if you like. Let's drop the belly down, lift the chest, look up. And then as you exhale, press into the floor around your spine. Big inhale, belly drops, look up and lift. Exhale, round. Good, one more round of breath here, wherever you need it, shake it out. Come back to neutral when you're ready, big inhale breath. As you exhale, tuck your toes, lift your tailbone in, press back to downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here to find your foundation, find some strength, and find some stillness. So heels root down towards the floor. Maybe a little bit of a curve in the low back as you lift your hips up towards the ceiling and back towards the back of your mat. And then roll your shoulders away from your ears, bringing strength into your arms, strength into the tips of your fingers. We'll take one more breath just like this, feeling our hands and feet rooted into this earth energy here. I want you to lift your left leg up on an inhale. Keep the toes flexed, so pointed down towards the ground. Just lift your left leg back up, straight behind you. 3-limb dog here. And now you can begin to move between pointing and flexing your foot. So point your toes back and then flex the foot. Just bringing a little bit of movement here into the ankle. You can also draw some circles with your foot if you like. Good. One more breath here. You can find stillness with your foot, but focus on lifting your heel up towards the ceiling, engaging your low belly, finding strength here. And let's release back down, downward facing dog, both feet on the ground. Roll forward, plank pose as you breathe in, shoulders over wrists. If you want, you can lower down onto your knees first. And exhale, come all the way down to your belly. Let's inhale, find baby cobra, press into the palms, and lift your heart, look forward, elbows in. Meet back in downward facing dog on an exhale breath when you're ready. Breathe in here. Breathe out. Now we're going to lift our right leg up high in the sky, 3-limb dog. Keep your foot flexed here at first. And then you can begin to bring some movement into the ankle, maybe point, draw circles. You can crackle your toes if you like. And for one more breath here, find stillness in the foot. Lift your heel up, squeeze your booty together. Exhale, release, downward facing dog. Come forward, plank pose one more time. Shoulders over wrists, lower down onto your knees if you like. Exhale, come all the way down. Baby cobra pose, breathe in, look forward. Exhale, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Good, breathe in. And exhale, let it go. Let's look forward towards our fingertips here. Bring your toes together. And exhale, make your way to the front of your mat in a forward fold. Take as many steps as you need. Ankles go under knees, which go under hips. And then relax the back of your neck. Inhale, let's lift up halfway, hands on your shins, flat back. And exhale, fold back down. We'll bend the knees and come up to stand. You can sweep your arms out to the sides or just reach up towards the sky if you like. Big breath in. Exhale, we'll bring hands to heart center, Tadasana. Wonderful. Let's move through a Surya Namaskar A together. Big inhale as you reach up. And exhale, fold forward. Let your heart guide you. Keep your spine flat if you can. We'll inhale, lift up halfway again. Hands on your shins. Look down at the floor. Relax your neck. As you exhale, plant your hands. Make your way back to a plank pose or a modified plank. That's still always an option for you. We're going to exhale, come all the way down onto our bellies. Inhale, cobra pose or upward facing dog. Just press into your palms and lift your heart. And exhale, we'll meet back. Downward facing dog. Press into your hands, lift your hips up and back. And connecting even deeper with your breath here as you begin to sync breath to movement. Maybe reconnecting with that center, your low belly. Feeling the steady, grounded earth energy of our Virgo flow here. Let's inhale, lift our left leg up high in the sky. Again, 3-limb dog. And as you exhale, shift forward and bring your thigh up and in, hugging it off of the ground. Shoulders over wrists, big strong belly here. And reach back, 3-limb dog. Let's inhale, take your knee to the left here. Shift forward, shoulders over wrists, knee to the left elbow. And reach back, 3-limb dog. You can do this. One more. Shift forward, inhale, knee to right elbow this time. And reach back, 3-limb dog. Good job, you guys. Take a big inhale here. Reach out through your toes. And bend your knee. Exhale, we'll come forward, low lunge. So place your left foot in between your hands. Release down onto your back knee. Untuck your toes. Let's soften a little bit. Press into the tips of your fingers and lift your heart forward as you drop your hips down in your lunge here. If this is too intense for you, you could bring your hands up onto your knees and maybe back up out of the hips just a little bit. Just find a lunge position that feels good to you here. Trying to soften the front of that left thigh, maybe into the right hip a little bit as well. Take a breath here. Find your foundation in this pose before you go pushing or searching for any sensation. We just focus on hugging the thighs together towards the midline, relaxing your shoulders, and then softening around your hips. We don't have to take lots of crazy poses or move super fast to find a good stretch, a good release in yoga. It's often right there just waiting for us. We'll take one more breath here. Making our way to high lunge from here. So tuck your back toes. And we're going to lift up off of the back knee. Now if your hands are on the ground, you will lift them up. And everyone sweeps their chest up towards the ceiling and reaches your arms up towards the sky. So kick back through that right heel really strong, lifting your back thigh away from the ground. Hips point forward and arms reach up. Good, breathe in. And we'll exhale, find warrior 2. Let your right heel spin down towards the ground and stretch your arms out long in front of you. Pressing into both feet, letting that front thigh open up towards the left, back thigh rolls in towards the right. Open palms, big inhale, and exhale, peaceful warrior, take it back. Still finding strength in the legs, engage the low belly here, lift up out of the left hip. Warrior 2, inhale, and we'll exhale, find triangle pose. Straighten your front leg, hinge from your hips as you reach forward with the left hand, and exhale, left hand falls down to the ground while right arm spirals up, taking your gaze up, spiraling from your ribs to open the chest and stretch the back of your left leg. One more breath here. Good. Turn your gaze down towards the floor, looking at your left foot. And then drop your right hand. Let both hands frame your front foot. You'll turn your hips to face the ground. Spin onto the ball of your right foot. Plant your hands down. Step back to plank pose. Inhale. And exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale to your baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Wonderful job, you guys. Big breath here. Let's do one more. Just let that first side really sink in. And when you're ready, let's go with the second side. Reach the right leg up, big inhale breath. And remember our ab exercise here. So exhale, come forward, hug your thigh in towards your belly, and extend the right leg. Inhale, knee to right elbow. Exhale, extend. One more here. Inhale, knee to left elbow. Extend. One more breath here. Inhale, lift your heel. Exhale, bend your knees, step forward. Low lunge first. Release down onto the back knee. Untuck your toes. And take your time here to find this version, the version of this shape that works for you today. Whether that's hands flat on the ground, maybe taking fists for wrists, or resting on your knuckles. Maybe hands to front thigh. We're using this pose as a brief space of pause. Needing to reconnect throughout all the movements. There's so much connection with the earth in this pose. Really feel that soft and nurturing energy here. As you take one more breath. Moving towards our high lunge, tuck your back toes, lift the back knee. Take your time from wherever you are, press into both feet and reach up with the hips, the heart, and the hands. Both hip points point forward. If you can, lift that back thigh up just a little bit. Strengthen your belly, strengthen your heart. And let's exhale, find warrior 2. Back heel drops down, spinning the front thigh open. Reach out from both of your arms. Open the palms, big inhale breath. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Keep your legs exactly as they are. Just reach back, drawing the left hand back down your thigh. Inhale, warrior 2, gaze back forward. Exhale towards triangle. Straighten your front leg. Hinge from your hips and reach forward. And exhale into your full expression of triangle here. Maybe bringing a little bit of softness into the right knee. But spiraling open from the heart. engaging with that center. And taking a breath. And let's gaze down towards the floor and make our way back to low lunge. So left hand and right hand find the ground, spin onto your back foot. Step back, plank pose. Exhale through your vinyasa or meeting in downward facing dog. Honoring what your body wants here. Take a breath. And now from here we're going to move into pyramid pose. So I want you to take your gaze forward, bring your toes together. And this time walk forward a couple steps and then just step your right foot forward. So we're looking to have both feet flat on the ground and both legs straight. So you can start to stand up slowly here as we'll set ourselves up for this pose. You can take your feet as wide as you like. Wider means the balance will be easier. But the traditional pose kind of has both of your feet in the same line, one in front of the other. So you can try it here, maybe bring your hands onto your hips and zip up towards the midline. So what I mean by that is hug both of your thighs towards one another and just feel kind of like the right and left side of your body hug inwards so that you almost feel like you're balanced on a tightrope. This is how we kind of find that balance and that center in this pose. And with hands on your hips, you can start to hinge forward, maybe shifting the right hip back. If you're feeling pretty comfortable, you might be able to widen the distance between your feet. If you're having trouble balancing, maybe widen the distance between your feet, like taking your feet closer to the edges of your mat. Take a moment here, play, find the foundation, the base that serves you here, and then continue to fold forward until you can relax the back of your neck. You can keep hands on your hips or drop them down to the floor. Good. Take your time, take your breath here. Good. One more breath. Now to come up, press down through all 10 toes. Start to slowly rise. Coming back up to stand. And now for the second side, we're just going to change directions. So just turn to the left and then to the back. And now you're set up for your pyramid pose on the second side. You might notice you need something different for your feet on this side, so take a moment to find that foundation, that balance, that center. Take a big inhale, lift up through your heart, and when you're ready, we'll exhale, fold forward one more time. You can bring your hands down to the floor if you like. Soft bend in that left knee, drawing the right hip forward and the left hip back. Relax your neck. And just breathe here. And one more breath. And then we'll slowly start to lift back up, press into both feet really, really strong. You can turn back to face the front of your mat. And release both feet, step forward, shake it out. Wonderful job, you guys. Let's come back down to the floor and we'll wind down. Inhale, reach up. And let's exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale, breath. And exhale, you can move through one final vinyasa if you like, moving through plank and upward facing dog. Or you can just meet us in downward facing dog. Let's all release down onto our knees and come to sit on the ground with our legs stretched out long in front of us. We'll take a single forward fold here to just kind of soften inwards. So flex your feet, move the flesh out from under your seat. You could start with your knees bent here too if you like. We'll just inhale, reach up nice and tall with your hands. And as you exhale, keep your spine straight for as long as you can as you fold forward. Once you find a stopping point for the backs of your legs, you can kind of round in the top of your spine a little bit, maybe taking hold of your toes, maybe just taking hold of your knees or your ankles. Wherever you go, I want you to focus on softening the back body, softening your jaw, your cheeks, softening your forehead. And then we'll take 5 full deep breaths here, breathing all the way into your belly. And letting your exhales completely go. Just softening inwards. Letting go of any stress or tension. Two more breaths. And then you can start to gently release your hands from wherever they are. Slowly rise up through your spine. I want you to bring your hands back behind you, palms on the ground, fingertips facing you. You can keep your legs straight or bend your knees, but I want you to inhale, press into your hands and lift your hips, either finding a reverse tabletop pose with knees bent, or if your legs are straight, finding eastward facing stretch. Wherever you are, just lift up through the hips. Dip back into your head as you open the front body here. Breathe. Good, and lower gently on an exhale. Wonderful. Let's come back to lay on our backs. Bringing your knees and your thighs in towards your chest. Take hold of each of your knees, let them splay out wide and rock side to side. You can stay resting here, letting the knees fall in towards your body, or you can take the full expression of happy baby, lifting your heels towards the ceiling, taking hold of your ankles or your toes. Take 3 deep breaths wherever you go. And then we'll release your feet, bring them to the floor, knees to the sky. And then exhale, release your legs in whatever way feels good to you. You can stretch them out long. You can take butterfly legs, the soles of the feet together, knees open. Wherever you go, just bring one hand onto your belly, one hand onto your heart. Let's begin to deepen back into your breath. Seeing if you can bring your breath all the way down into your belly so that your hand rises and falls with your breath. Finding a sense of groundedness, slowness, and quiet here. As you rest in Shavasana, I will offer you this affirmation for our Virgo full moon. What I focus on becomes my reality. I have the power to create my reality. My reality is a decision, not a destiny. I have the strength to change whatever I want. You can rest here with one of these affirmations or another one that's calling to you here. Just softening into your breath. Let's take one more big deep breath in through your nose and let it out through your mouth. And taking your time to slowly reawaken here, bringing some gentle movement back. Taking your time to find a seat, ending just as we began. We'll meet with hands at heart center, eyes closed. May this beautiful full moon help you pull to the surface that which needs to be cleared away. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Thank you so much for your practice today. Happy full moon. I hope you enjoy, and I will see you next time. If you are interested in learning more about the magic of this season, then our spring equinox is coming up. I have a full guided ritual workbook for the spring equinox that includes a guided meditation and a yoga class and lots of step-by-step rituals that you can use to honor the spring equinox. So I will leave the information for that in the description box below, and I'll see you next time.